Today, Precarious plays
Metal Gear Rising.
That's really cute. I like that little touch where that character, he always moves her coffee cup like out of the strike zone.
Yeah.
That's what you said before Montenegro. Look, just humor me, buddy. Objectives, of course, are
So one thing that I don't think we're gonna do here, but I didn't realize that you could call people on the codec until pretty late in the game. So I feel like I missed a lot of potential characterization and character development from the codec calls.
Yeah.
That's why they called us.
It is like, does the game just not tell you can do that, or?
It probably did. I've heard reports that this game sometimes struggles to convey certain points. I don't know if the codec was one of those. I might have been. Well, like I said, I beat it in like 5 hours and 44 minutes the first time through. So it basically took me, even if it took me 3 hours to figure out that I could call people on the codec,
Yeah.
that probably means that I figured it out whenever I pressed back at like the end of the first session that I played it, you know? Because I beat it in 2 settings. So no, it was probably something that they mentioned, and I was like, oh, well, I'll call people on the codec later. And then I knew this was a very action game, so I figured it was going to be pretty short, but I didn't know if it was going to be like beat it in 2 settings without trying super hard short.
Yeah, I gotcha. Oh, tense water falling everywhere. Or just being in slow motion.
Maybe he's just moving really fast. But this is Raiden's new body. And see, so you saw he had a red eye there, and he had the barcode on his forehead.
Uh-huh.
So I think that I think it might just be the brain and the brainstem. I don't even actually know if it's the brainstem, because they show a cyborg brain in this game, and they don't need the stems. It's just like the brain lump, the brain beam.
Probably.
So I think very little of Raiden's original body is left. Okay, so now that you have access to blade mode basically on a whim, I can talk about one thing. So I see that are you flicking the stick to chop, or are you pressing the face buttons to chop?
I'm pressing the buttons.
So is that satisfying? Like, are you like, yeah, I did a thing and I chopped that guy up and it was good? It was fun.
I think it just makes me think of like other games where you just button mash to get through stuff. Like I probably a little more satisfying actually like swinging the sword yourself.
Well, you can with the stick. You press in the direction, I think, that you want to start from, and then whenever you release the stick and it snaps back to neutral, he swings through the center from that direction. So if you press up, he'll swing from over his head down to his feet.
Yeah.
So there are 2 ways to be rewarded mechanically for blade mode. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna wait until after this cutscene is over. Let's skip this cutscene, because I think that now that the establishing stuff is done, the cutscenes aren't super interesting again until you start to get like run into the bosses.
Okay.
So there are basically 2 main ways that the game rewards you mechanically for blade mode. They either reward you for what I believe is called destroy.
Mm-hmm.
The destroy bonus is whenever you chop a part up so finely that there's not any part left.
Yeah.
and you usually get a bonus for that. And then the other thing is for, I don't think, because each part is labeled separately, let's just call it Cleave for the purposes of conversation. And Cleave is whenever you lop a part off. And it will normally, like if you thwap somebody's head off of the neck, it will give a little doodly doop, and it will say like head, right?
Yeah.
And then like left arm or right leg. So those are the two main ways that it will reward you mechanically with points, because you get more BP for doing that. I suppose the other way that it rewards you mechanically is that it's significantly faster than killing enemies with just regular strikes. So it's much faster than killing enemies with normal strikes, and now that I think about it, it does also very importantly provide you with the opportunity to do a Zandatsu, which is the cut and grab or the stab and grab, and that lets you restore your health and your energy. So that is important. So those are the incentives. Additional points, healing and more, the ability to actually do the blade mode again on a different enemy much more rapidly, and just speed of engaging enemies. But I want to talk about destroy versus cleave. So the next time you fight somebody, I'm not even sure if you can do it against people. The next time you fight someone, do me a favor and just pick a body part and just try to mince it. And I know that's sort of gross, but if you could do that for me, please.
Okay.
See, this is another problem that I have, where they kind of give you the option of trying to sneak around in the environment, but the movement controls aren't quite refined enough. Like Ninja Run, like sometimes see how it sticks to the wrong stuff some of the time, you know? It makes it really hard to do some of the stuff that they suggest you could possibly do.
Yeah. I just think this game doesn't explain much in ways like combos and like more advanced techniques, I guess.
Well,
what you could do.
I mean, but I don't even know why they're there, because like I said, I mean, the basic gameplay loop of infinite X button combo, occasionally parry, fill up your meter, cut someone with blade mode, get Zandatsu, cut someone with blade, like, you know what I feel like would have been better? I feel like if they had done more of a Ninja Gaiden thing. So Ninja Gaiden, a lot of people remember Ninja Gaiden on the Xbox being really difficult, and it's not. It's not hard. Most people just sort of ignored the core gameplay that they taught you in the tutorial. Like, I watched my friends play it, and they'd be like, this game is really hard, and I'm like, it's not hard, you're just doing it wrong. And they'd be like, what do you mean, asshole? And then I'd be like, look, let's watch. And then I would go back to the tutorial, and I would show them, and the tutorial, very clearly, it's like, cut up a dude, wiggle the stick, wiggle that stick, wiggle, 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 wiggle. Oh, you didn't wiggle enough. Gotta get wiggly. So, in Ninja Gaiden, the goal, like the meta game, the game that you're trying to play while you're actually playing the game. Ooh, they just tag teamed you. I've never seen that before. You're trying to wear down one enemy, kill him with your normal techniques, so he drops an energy orb, and then you do one of the charge attacks that will then allow you to very rapidly kill other enemies, and then I believe they drop orbs, and then you use those to fuel a charge attack, and then you use them to kill other enemies. So that's the gameplay loop. You struggle to kill the first, usually the weakest enemy in the group. But then once you do that, you're done. Then you're just using charge attacks for the rest of the battle.
Yeah.
Until you, like, screw up the chain. So I feel like it might have been better if in this game, if Raiden's like electrolyte meter emptied whenever he wasn't in battles,
Yeah.
Now, keep heading for refinery.
That'd make the game a little more exciting, I think.